What up, everybody, and welcome back.
Today, we'll be discussing the best PlayStation 1 skateboarding games of the late 90s and early 2000s, when the graphics were rough and the physics were questionable, and before Tony Hawk had taken sole custody of the entire genre. Because yeah, we all remember Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It was the prom king, the golden child, and the reason every kid thought that they could nose grind off the roof of their school. But if you had dug just a little bit deeper, and I mean one shelf lower at Blockbuster, you would have found some other skateboarding games that were actually pretty solid. Weird, a bit different, sometimes better. That is until Tony dropped another sequel every fiscal quarter for the next decade. These are the top 5 best PlayStation 1 skateboarding games that didn't get invited to X Games, but probably should have.
Let's get into it.
Number 5, MTV Sports Skateboarding featuring Andy McDonald, 2000. Remember when MTV cared about skating? Yeah, barely? This game had pro names, heavy music, and physics that felt like they were patched together with duct tape. It wasn't great, but it was loud. And if you rented it from Blockbuster and never finished it, congratulations, you experienced it exactly as intended. Number 4, Street Skater 2, 1999. Pure Saturday afternoon chaos. This was less about precision and more about vibes. And those vibes had frosted tips and a chain wallet. It didn't care about realism. It cared about launching you off a ramp into a backflip while less than Jake screamed at you. Honestly, it was kind of a masterpiece. Number 3, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, 2000, because I had to include at least one of the Tony Hawk games, and this was the best one, in my opinion. The one that turned every living room into an X Games qualifier. This game was everywhere. It had school levels, warehouse levels, and even Spider-Man doing impossible physics. Even your cousin who didn't skate knew how to combo for days. It was perfect. Maybe too perfect. You'd play it for hours, black out, and wake up humming Rage Against the Machine. Number 2, Grind Session 2000. This one showed up with real pro skaters, real tricks, and no interest in your flashy arcade combos. It had the energy of a demo tape someone handed you behind a liquor store. Gritty, fast, and probably underrated. You didn't play this to impress your friends. You played it because you had taste. And also because Thrasher made you cry. Number 1, Thrasher Skate and Destroy, 1999. This was the game for people who wanted skateboarding to hurt a little. Thrasher didn't care about your combos or your high scores. It cared about timing, precision, and making sure you hit your face on concrete at least 5 times before learning how to ollie. The levels were grimy, the camera was unforgiving, and the tutorial made you question if skateboarding was even physically possible. But underneath the punishment was a core of pure street-level authenticity. It didn't feel like a video game. It felt like being dropped into a skate video that probably got filmed with a stolen camcorder in a parking garage. This soundtrack ditched pop-punk for golden-era hip-hop. Gang Starr, Public Enemy, A Tribe Called Quest, the kind of music that made you feel like landing a clean trick was a political act. And once you finally nailed a run, the game still hit you with a twist. A cop would show up and chase you down with a taser, because nothing says skate culture like getting electrocuted for grinding a handrail. It was weird, mean, frustrating, and absolutely brilliant, like real skateboarding. It wasn't about winning, it was about surviving, and maybe sticking the landing once or twice before the cops tackled you. And there you have it, a time capsule of scratch discs, warped manuals, and skateboarding games that dodged the Tony Hawk takeover, at least for a little bit. If you grew up playing any of these, chances are you remember waiting 20 minutes for a level to load, only to bail 5 seconds in. Simpler times. Let me know in the comments which ones you remember, or which ones stayed on your memory card for way longer than they should have. And if you're there, you could leave a like. Hell, you could even subscribe. Anyways,
I'll see you on the next one.